where I am at, this is something that I want to talk about. This is really good. Everybody has just awoken from hypersleep. They're all sleeping because it's a long trip back to Earth. And they're all awakened early, and now they're all in the mess hall. And there's a lot of characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 crew members. I'm sorry. 7 crew members and a cat. And so let's say that you are writing a movie, and you have 7 characters. If you're going to have a ship, you're going to need at least 7 people. How do you introduce them all at the same time? Now, technically, they were sort of introduced before that as each one was waking up, and they were waking up kind of 2 at a time, staggered kind of thing. And we got to see a little bit of their personalities and stuff like that. But here, in the mess hall, everybody is together. It's all one shot. And how do you tell the reader, the audience, this? And the way that he does it, or whichever writer did this first, is we have them listed down. The line is, the crew of the United States commercial starship Nostromo seated around a table. That's it. And this sentence is long enough that it actually carries over, which is pretty interesting, pretty rare. So we have all these characters, and we have their position: the captain, executive officer. And what's great about this is it's just their last names. That's it. It's just their last names. I mean, it's not like Philip J. Dallas or Ellen Ripley, that kind of thing. Incidentally, in Aliens, the second one that James Cameron wrote, towards the end of the movie, she exchanges first names. She goes onto a first name basis with Hicks. Hicks' name is... I can't remember his name, but her name is Ellen. Her name is Ellen Ripley. But it's nowhere in the script, and I don't know if it's in any of the others except the second one. I don't know if James Cameron just arbitrarily said her first name is Ellen, but I think that's cool. And I also think it's cool here that they didn't give the first names. They only give last names. You're in space, you're on a commercial vessel. Yeah, it would be a little bit like that. I like the way they put the periods all the way across and they line it up. You see how lined up straight it is? That's very cool. Easy to read, good for the reader. The reader doesn't want to take too much time. And the last one is kind of like a nice little cute little joke, but it's also a setup. It says Jones, ... cat. That's his position. His position is cat. Do you know who Blake Snyder is? If you don't know who Blake Snyder is, you should. Blake Snyder wrote a book called Save the Cat. And it's about screenwriting. It's one of the best books on screenwriting. And if you are a screenwriter, if you're just starting out, or not, if you have not read any of the Save the Cat books, especially the first one, you should. You should. Because in this case, this setup is awesome because it sets up Jones. Jones is the cat, this orange cat. It sets up Jones in the beginning, and in the end, she actually does what Blake Snyder talks about, which makes a good story, which makes a good movie, is to go back and save the cat. I don't know what his example is. I haven't read the book in a long time. I don't think his example of what he meant by save the cat, because he means something specific. In order to tell a good story, the main character has to save the cat. Obviously, he goes into more detail about that. Check that out. It's very awesome. And in here, this is exactly what Ripley does at the end of the movie. She goes back for the cat. So very nice. We're on the 3rd page. They've established all the characters, and they've already established one of their first setups. Very nice.